Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of 911 on Fox, Season 5, Episode 11. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows as well as scripted shows. If you're returning, you one of my people, welcome back. So, we don't have any comments from last week, so we just gonna jump into this week's episode. It was good. It wasn't like now, y'all know some of these episodes on 911 on Fox, this is like you on the edge of your seat the whole time. Your blood pressure is up. It wasn't so much of that, but I appreciate it. But it was still like, oh my goodness, what is going to happen? So it was this young lady's, it's her quinceanera. So she decided she wanted to be beyond extra for her, entrance. So there's this big old display. Here she comes being levitated up on a chair with some helium balloons, getting her It's My Day slash Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Universe pageantry wave on, and then the wind kicks up. I was like, this, There's people holding the chair, but I'm like, the wind can go 60 miles per hour. The four of y'all holding on is not a good idea. I just know she was gonna get flung into something, hit a tree, something like that. But no, in the process of being in the air, she sees a dude on this roof that looks like he is in the arms of the angels. Now, a lot of things would have been going through my mind, like, oh my goodness, the wind is blowing me left, right, and all this other stuff all around. I could get flung somewhere. Then I look over, see somebody who might be in the arms of the angels, like, oh my goodness, all this on my day. I know it would sound special, but it's like, oh my goodness, everything that could go wrong seems like it's going wrong. Well, you would think that she would be upset that the police and the fire department have to show up because it might be somebody in the arms of the angel on top of the roof, but she's sitting there like, oh my goodness, yes, look, like, this is so awesome. She's recording for social media, and her mom was like, you not upset? Like, no, like, oh my goodness, this is so awesome. I'm like, this is young folks. This is what they like to do. They like, this is your day, this is celebration. But we gotta we gotta pause for a second so we can make sure this man over here is all right. Well, dude, he all right. He was paragliding and the wind knocked him off course and knocked him, onto the roof of the building. Just flung him there. So while they trying to, he's saying how he don't feel his legs, and I was like, hopefully this man's legs did not just, snap off in the process. They didn't. It's just, I guess, when he landed, his kneecaps popped out. Now, it was very disturbing to watch. It looked real nasty. And this is coming from a person who loves to watch surgery shows, has loved to watch surgery shows since I was like preteen. That looked nasty. This his knees exposed, and I don't know if it was. I guess it was seeing it and then describing like what happened. I guess when he jumped, the kneecaps popped out, but his legs kept on. His upper body kept on going, and it snapped and did some things. It was a lot, but dude is alive. So they, wheeling him off. They done draped a little blanket over his legs, and I was like, please do not let a gust of wind just swoop by and knock the doggone blanket off so everybody at the party can see this man's his kneecaps exposed to the world. Because they had started playing music and everything because they was, what's it called? Gurneying this young man on to, what's it called? The ambulance. I just knew that was gonna happen. Eddie, he is working at the call center as a firefighter liaison. Now, y'all, I am happy because Christopher is my dude and Eddie is my dude. And I didn't want neither one of them off of the show. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna still get Christopher and we're gonna still get Eddie on the show. It's just that he's not gonna be a firefighter anymore. We see this montage of Eddie getting up, getting dressed, working out, going to work, rinse and repeat. And he don't seem like he happy with his job. He seemed like he kind of losing his he losing his mind. Because he was so used to being a firefighter, and now he's just like working a regular old 9 to 5, and he don't really know how to handle that. And the only reason he stopped being a firefighter is because Christopher said that he worries about him and he's scared, the job that he has. So he took that as, okay, I'm gonna quit being a firefighter for you. But we're gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. Later on in the episode, Christopher's like, you don't seem like you happy. Like, you love being a firefighter. Why you quit? He's like, because I thought you wanted me to. He's like, no, you brave. I just be getting scared sometimes. And he did try to get his job back, but Bobby looked at him like, no, you need some more time. He kind of got smart with Bobby, like, I was there for you to get your job back, and now you're doing that. I'll just go to another, fire station and all this stuff. It was being real nasty. I think he needs a little time and he needs a little rest and maybe a little bit of counseling. But that's just my opinion. So where we at? We got this family. They on their way over to grandma's house. And the husband and wife, they going back and forth because the husband's mama does not like the wife. That's nothing new. Luckily, before my mother-in-law passed away, she was the sweetest woman ever. Like, I could not complain anything. If I needed anything, she was there to do it for me and my husband, or anybody for that matter of fact. So I never understood that side of a mother-in-law not liking you. Like, my husband's family, they all love me, and I appreciate that, and I love them too. But they going back and forth. The kids in the back seat, they got their heads on. They not caring what mom and daddy talking about. They just, okay, we're going over grandma's house. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. Grandma probably give us some presents and, hand us a little money in our hand, and everything gonna be cool. Well, they get a call from an unknown number. Now, me, I don't be answering unknown numbers. If I have not myself put your phone number in your name in my phone, I'm not answering it. I'm just not. So he decides to answer it. It's a distorted voice talking about there is a device that goes boom in your vehicle. And if you go under 55, you're going to go boom. And my thought was, oh, so we out here playing Speed, the movie Speed. Now, if y'all don't know Speed, or y'all don't know about the movie Speed, or y'all don't remember, Speed was a movie that came out in like 1993. Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. It's another dude, but I can't think of his name right now. He was like the one who put the device that goes boom. Well, he put on the movie Speed. He put a device that goes boom on the city bus. Sandra Bullock, she was one of the riders on the bus. Keanu Reeves was a police officer. He has to get on the bus to let them know, okay, there's a device that goes boom. If you go under 55 miles an hour, it's going to go boom. In the process of a situation, we're going to break this down. The bus driver gets hurt, so now Sandra Bullock has to take over. Okay, since the bus driver's hurt, we get permission from, evil mastermind, that's what we're going to call him, to get the driver off the bus. In the midst of doing that, another lady on the bus like, well, I want to go too. She gets hurt. So now we know we can't be doing that. We just can't be getting everybody off the bus. In the midst of that, Keanu Reeves realizes that evil mastermind he's been watching them live on the bus because he had mentioned what Sandra Bullock had been wearing. So it's like, okay, we're going to do something to where it looks like the same image while we get everybody off the bus. At one point, they had to jump over this big old gap. I believe it was in Los Angeles. At the end, Keanu Reeves was everybody get everybody off the bus. Some other stuff happened at the end, but the long story, what I'm trying to get at is it was a device that would go boom, and if you go under 55 miles an hour, you in trouble. So at first they thought it was a friend, playing a trick on them. And they was like, this ain't such and such. It's like, your kid's name is such and such and such and such. And this is when they get worried. And it's like, okay, they call the police. The police come and like, there's a drone, puts a drone up under the car. It's like, okay, there's the device that goes boom. It's right there. My thing is, what if I had not filled up my tank and I need to stop to go to the gas station to get my gas? Or what if I didn't have enough money, at this point We was going over mama's house, and since gas prices is astronomical right now, I was gonna ask my mama for some money so I can have some money for the week. What I'm just thinking of all these scenarios. Okay, we not going 55 miles to then I was thinking, okay, grandma, she don't live, that far away, and or maybe she does live far away and we need to stop to get gas on the way. Then what? All these scenarios was going through my mind. So then we have to do this rescue mission. It seems like we improvising because I don't believe that when they was doing their firefighter training, they was, shown how to get somebody from a moving vehicle when somebody's put a device that goes boom in it. That's just my thinking. So, Buck and this other young lady from a different fire squad is like, okay, we gonna swoop in, we gonna get the kids out. The thing is trying to talk to the wife like, hey, boo, you're gonna have to get out. We're gonna get your husband out. Everything gonna be fine. Well, luckily, Eddie was, watching everything going on the news, and he calls Bobby. It's like, do not get the husband out of the car. I think there might be another device. Once he takes his foot off the brakes, then the vehicle is going to go boom. So it's like, okay, how are we gonna get him out safely if he can't take his foot off the brake? Well, luckily, um, another firefighter, she jammed something on the gas pedal so they could get, the husband out of the car. She was able to jump on a ladder. Poe Buck almost didn't make it. And I'm like, we not gonna start off this episode if something happened to the Buck. That's what we're not gonna do. But luckily that did not happen. And they was able to get everybody out, all the firefighters out. In the car, it ran into like a barricade, and it was like it didn't even go off. Then like 20 seconds later, it went boom. I was like, see, that's why I don't like going nowhere now these days, y'all. It's like all these things that could be going wrong. Somebody mad at you because you done something and you didn't even know you did something to them. Or somebody just want to be like, you know what, I just want to be evil today and boom, I'm going to go do this. So we go over to this neighborhood and it's the neighborhood versus the neighborhood hoarder. Now, when I tell y'all, when I was growing up, there was this dude, maybe a man, I don't know. Their yard was filled with like 4 or 5 trucks, a boat, and a whole lot of junk. Like the whole yard was just cars and boats and stuff like that. And in the front yard. That's what this reminded me of. This man, he was a hoarder for like, well, I guess a hoarder, they don't have really a rhyme or reason why they hoard. It's just that I need this jar that expired in 1972 is still good to them. This jar of peaches. But anyway, this man was taking stuff out of people's, trash to add to his hoard, and they was tired of it. Athena, she shows up like, what are y'all over here complaining about? And she notices that the lady who was in the car in the truck that could have went boom. Her and her family, they packing up their stuff and leaving. She's like, I don't feel safe. This person knows where I live in, yada yada yada. And I think they put 2 and 2 together and realized they had filed some complaints against Mr. Hoarder. So she started to think that he is the one who put the device that goes boom inside of their truck. But like, not only was he hoarding stuff on the inside, on the outside of the house, he was hoarding stuff on the inside of the house, y'all. And it was creepy. Like Athena, she called it in. She was like, "Oh, I need backup. I think I done found a person who was out here, putting devices to go boom inside people's truck. I need backup at ABC and the address." It was creepy yet impressive how this man was able to navigate through his hoard with ease. He was just like, I guess that's where you live in and you know how your body needs to turn in each direction to get through. I guess he had like a small little path throughout his hoard to where he could easily slide through and, get through stuff. Which side note, I had to stop watching hoarders. Cause like some of these people, I was like, so you just got your diabetic needle, all these on the floor. You got doggone 8 skeletized cats that didn't squashed. You got food in your refrigerator that should have been expired 5 years ago. Your restroom don't work no more. I had to stop watching that. My skin started to crawl. But she was able to doggone knock some of his hoard on him and, get him on arrested and whatnot and out the way. So we seen that Eddie's still going with it, going through it because he no longer a fighter. Buck then made the stupid mistake of kissing the new fire. I guess she was there for like a probationary period. Kissed her, then went home and then told his girlfriend we should move in together. Instead of being like, this girl kissed me, I kissed her back. I'm sorry. No, let's move in together. But I was like, what do I expect? This is Buck. Meanwhile, Henrietta, she is still like, I'm waiting for Eddie to come back and I'm waiting for Timmy to come back. I am not here for these new people that you trying to bring in. Which turns out to be the lady that Buck was kissing on. She is now working at 118 Fire Station. This not gonna be good for Buck. It's just not. Because I think he's starting to feel this young lady, even though he is in a whole relationship. But Buck, he don't be making the smartest decisions out here. We always want him to do better, but he just don't be doing better. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. That's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on. So when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.